Hello, my name is Derek Atkins, and this is a review of the syllabus for the course TS 410, Theological Foundations. I encourage you to read this syllabus online on our Populi platform, but I'm going to go through this to highlight some of the main points that I think you should be aware of before we begin this course. So let's go through this syllabus together. First of all, this course is TS 410, Theological Foundations. It has 3 credit hours. This class, we will meet on campus in Singapore, and this is an on-site class. I want you to take note of our class meeting time. We will meet on Fridays from 9 a.m. until 12 noon at on campus. So I look forward to seeing you on campus on Friday morning at 9 o'clock. We have 2 instructors in this course. My name is Derek Atkins, and I have a THM, the Master of Theology degree. My email address is derekeatkins@east.edu.sg, and my telephone number is 9240-2873. Our second instructor is Jared June. Jared has a PhD, and his email address is jaredjune@east.edu.sg. So if you want to contact either of us at any time, please feel free to do so. So we have a brief course description here. The main thing I want to highlight here is that it's the prerequisite. This course is open only to BACM students. That's Bachelor of Arts in Christian Ministry. So if you are not a bachelor student, I encourage you to contact the Dean of Students or the Dean of Academics and get this issue resolved. So we have the course purpose, and then I want you to look here. I want us to focus more on the student learning outcomes. So by the end of this course, you should demonstrate growth in the following areas, and these are in the areas of knowing, being, and doing. When it comes to knowing, you should be able to examine several significant biblical passages related to specific foundational beliefs of a Christian worldview. You should be able to define several theological terms related to key doctrines of the Christian faith. You should be able to recognize various views on issues related to these key doctrines, and you should be able to explain your particular beliefs concerning the basic doctrines surrounding God, the person and work of Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, the Bible, humanity and sin, salvation, the church, death and resurrection, and future things. So those are the things you need to be able to know by the end of this course. Here are some things that you that have to do with being. It is by the end of this course, we want you to develop a deeper love and appreciation for the Trinitarian God who loves us and has redeemed us for his glory. We want you to value the importance of developing one's own theological views in a biblically responsible and culturally sensitive way. We want you to become more humble, more respectful, and understanding toward fellow believers who hold beliefs that are different from your own. And we want you to have a greater love and appreciation for the authority and importance of the church in spiritual life and growth. And then in terms of doing, by the end of this course, we want you to be able to place various Christian doctrines into their respective levels of belief, conviction, persuasion, and opinion. We want you to critically apply the doctrines addressed in this course to your own life at ministry, and we want you to be able to creatively help and encourage the church to understand and practice sound theology. Now let's look at the textbooks for this course. We have one required textbook and several recommended textbooks. The required textbook is Paul Enns' The Moody Handbook of Theology, revised and expanded, the 2014 edition. Now, so most of our reading assignments will come from Paul Enns' textbook, but some of your reading assignment will come from some of the recommended textbooks. We have Michael Bird's textbook, Evangelical Theology, a Biblical and Systematic Introduction. There is Bill Bright's book, Handbook of Concepts for Living, a compilation of the 9 transferable concepts. There is Millard Erickson's textbook, Christian Theology, the 3rd edition. There is Wayne Grudem's textbook, Systematic Theology, an Introduction to Biblical Doctrine. There is Paul Little's book, Know What You Believe. Now, in terms of, for the recommended textbooks, the main books that are added, that are included in your reading assignment are Michael Bird's textbook, Millard Erickson's textbook, and Wayne Grudem's textbook. Bill Bright and Paul Little's textbooks are not included in any of the reading assignment, but they are helpful to read. Now, I also want to note that all of these textbooks are available on the DTL website. That's the Digital Theological Library website. You may purchase either hard copy versions of these textbooks or electronic versions if you have Kindle or other apps that support the electronic version of these textbooks. So now let's take a look at your assignments for this course. Jared and I have prepared these assignments because we have created these assignments to help you to get the most out of this course. So let's look at your assignments. So first, we have Learning Task A, which are your reading assignments and video lectures. These are worth 10% of your grade. In the schedule that we'll get to below, you will find a list of your reading assignments and your video assignments, video lecture assignments. And so you need to read and watch, complete these reading assignments and these video lectures before the assigned class. Now, I have created a document, a reading and video log, where you will record the completion or non-completion of these assignments. And you will find these in on the in Populi. So you go to Populi, you go to My Courses, you click on this course, TS 410, Theological Foundations, and then you go to the tab. You click on the tab and you'll find a drop-down menu, and you need to look for Files. Under Files, you will find a document entitled Reading Video Log. And so you open that document, you download it, and you fill it out. And so you will use this log to record your completion and non-completion of these assignments. Now, Jared and I are not standing over your shoulders whenever you read your reading assignment or watch your videos. So we are trusting that when you say that you have completed a reading or video assignment, that you really have. This is the honor system. So we encourage you to give an honest accounting of your completion or non-completion of your reading and video assignments. So that's worth 10% of your grade. The second learning task is class attendance. This is worth 10% of your grade. And we want you to attend class on time so that you can get the most out of this course. So our classes are from 9 a.m. until 12 noon every Friday. Permission must be obtained from the instructor in advance if you know that you need to miss a class. Unexcused absences will result in the lowering of the student final grade. An excused absence does not exempt a student from work due on that day unless prior arrangements have been made with the instructor. Learning task C is class participation. This task is also worth 10% of your grade. And so one of the ways you can process what you're learning in this course is through discussing different theological concepts with your instructors and your classmates. So we do expect you to participate in class discussion. Jared and I will be taking note of who is participating in class discussion and who is not. So I want to encourage all of you to participate in class discussion. And this is an easy way to get 10% of your grade, along with your class attendance. That is another easy way to get 10% of your grade for this course. Learning task D are weekly theological reflections. These are worth 25% of your grade. And these assignments are to help you to process what you're learning in this course. So in these theological discussions, you should first identify which truth or concept you wish to reflect on. Second, reflect on this truth or concept. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What questions do you have about this concept? How can this truth or concept help you in ministry? Each reflection paper should be no more than one double-spaced page long. You may use parenthetical citations for any quotes in your theological reflection papers. Each theological reflection is due by Wednesday of the following week. For example, your first theological reflection for materials covered on Friday, January 17th will be Wednesday, January 22nd. Your final theological reflection will be due on Wednesday, May the 7th. These papers will be graded according to how much you engage with the truth or concept you choose to interact with. Learning task E are your personal doctrinal statements. When churches and/or Christian agencies are considering potential candidates, meaning you, many will ask candidates to write their personal doctrinal statements. To help you prepare for this and to help you examine your own theological convictions, you will be asked to prepare 3 personal doctrinal statements. The first one is on the revelation, doctrine of God, anthropology, and sin. This doctrinal statement is due on Friday, February 21st. The second doctrinal statement will be on Christology, soteriology, God's covenant, pneumatology, and the Trinity. This doctrinal statement will be due on Friday, April 4th. And the third doctrinal statement will be on ecclesiology, angels and demons, death and the intermediate state, and eschatology. This doctrinal statement will be due on Friday, May the 9th. Learning task F is your personal project. This will be worth 20% of your grade. And so we realize that each of you is unique and that each of you have your own way of processing information. So you will choose 2 options from the list below. If you have an option that is not listed, feel free to discuss this with me or Jared for consideration. Each project must address a different topic from the other. All written papers must follow the form prescribed in a format guide for academic papers, Master of Theology theses, and Doctor of Ministry projects available through the Office of Academic Affairs. The final grade of each project will be reduced by 3% for every day that it is late. Weekends are counted as only 1 day instead of 2. You need to inform Jared and me of your choice for the first project by Friday, February 14th, and your choice for the second project by Friday, March the 28th. Your first project is due on Friday, March the 7th. Your second project is due on Thursday, April 17th. So here are the different project options. Project option number 1 is a visual chart. You can read more about that. The second option, project option, is a blog. The third project option is a video. The fourth project option is a hymn or poem. And then the fifth project option is a catechism. So please read through these different options, and I want you to choose 2 of these projects to do. Both projects, you cannot do the same option for both projects. You need to do a different option for each project. So that's worth 20% of your grade. So This chart gives the time allocation for these different learning tasks. And then this shows how we assign the values that we assign to each of your learning tasks. So your readings and lectures are worth 10%. Your class attendance is worth 10%. Class participation is 10%. Your weekly theological reflections are 25%. Your personal doctrinal statements are 25%. And your personal projects are worth 20%. So you have, here is the schedule of different topics and learning activities. So you will want to refer to this schedule throughout the semester. Now, to find the syllabus, you go to the Populi platform, you go to My Courses, you click on the link for this course, TS 410 Theological Foundations, and then you'll have a drop-down menu on the left, on your left, and then from the drop-down menu, you can find the option for syllabus. Click on the link for the syllabus, and it will take you to this screen. And so that's where you can find this syllabus. And I encourage you to refer to this syllabus throughout the semester so that you will know what your reading assignments are and what your video lecture assignments are. This syllabus, this schedule will also remind you of the due dates for your various other learning tasks. Now, here is some information on course policies. You can click here to access the course policy document for important and essential information on the following: course policies on class attendance, assignment, plagiarism, and proper use of course resources provided by the instructors. It also lists mutual commitment between the instructors and the students. And it also has information about technical assistance for Populi. This is the East Learning Management System. The Digital Theological Library, which is available only for credit students, and the Logos Bible software, which is only for program students. And so you should access and read this document before you start the start of this course. Now, there are, what follows are some additional learning resources. These include books and blogs. So that is a very brief run through of this syllabus. If you have any question about the syllabus or about anything else in the course, please be sure to ask Jared and me on the first day of class. So, thank you for taking the time to watch this introduction to our syllabus, our course syllabus, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Goodbye.